All right, get in here. We are live. Get in. Get in now. Get in here, ladies and gentlemen. Trickle in. Trickle in. We are live. Nervous times. Get in here. Get in the chat. What are you thinking? I got to hear it. See, are we actually live? Are we officially live? Let's see here. We are. Boom. We are live. All right. Get in. Get in. Get in. Get in. Get in. I'm sweating a bit in here. Rogue civilian. That makes two of us, pal. That makes two of us. I'm sweating. Nervous times. Love for Jay. Thank you very much for following on Twitch. Appreciate that. Taysom is done for the day. Do we have confirmed done for the day? I have Kat. I know Catherine Terrell reported that Taysom is in the locker room with a chest injury. I haven't seen officially out. Granted, I have been in here, but yeah, went to the locker room. Okay, that's the last thing I saw. Yeah. What are we watching? A lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. I'll tell you this. Bro, what is going on? Just a ton of mistakes. Let's take a look right here at the box score. Get in here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's look at the box score. Let's take a look. Actually, before we even look at the box score, let me say something real quick. This is pretty similar. So we had a hypothesis. The hypothesis last week was that the absence of Taysom Hill forced Kubiak to basically get away from 70% of his playbook. That was the hypothesis. It's pretty obvious that that's absolutely the case. It's pretty obvious that without Taysom Hill, we just revert back to a very basic, very plotting, very nothing offense. It's when Taysom is in and when Taysom is not in, you can see you're looking at two totally different teams. You're looking at one team that's kind of calculated, that knows what's going on, that's creative, that's innovative, and then when Taysom is out, it's 2023, and we're begging for a yard, begging for 5 yards, dump passes, chunk little, all the other stuff is out, and I don't understand it. I mean, I like Taysom as much as the next guy, but Kubiak has got to get somebody in there to do that job. I don't know. I mean, we cannot be that reliant on Taysom's availability to just run the offense. I understand we might not run it at the same level, but my God. Shaheed, what are you doing? The Shaheed punt return, what the hell is going on? Send him to the locker room, take your shoes off, son, hit the bus. I mean, go do something else for 4 quarters. I cannot believe Shaheed even tried to field that. He's on the 2-yard line. He's fair catching the ball. Best case scenario, Saints had the ball in the 2. What are you even back there for? Throw up the fair catch and go grab some nachos. Crazy. That was brutal. The pick is what it is. I mean, I watched it back a few times. I understand what Carr was trying to do. He was trying to force it on the screen. At the very, very end, you could see, like, if the ball does get there, there is a lane. There is a block that comes in on one of the defensive backs. But, yeah, I mean, hindsight 69-69, throw that into the ground, no doubt about it, whatever. But I understand. The pick is more of like, I mean, are you kidding me kind of thing than a huge, like, obviously on Carr. The Rashid situation, obviously on Rashid. Box score real quick. The Saints have 14 first downs, the Falcons 6. Yards per play and yards are kind of surprising because I feel like the Saints have been dominating, okay? But the Saints are only up 9 yards on the Falcons, and they're getting beat on yards per play. Now, granted, the Falcons have run 9 less plays, but still, the Falcons have been moving the ball, and some of that is that Bijan Robinson 40-yard catch and all of that, but it's only a half, but the actual like stats in the box score is a little closer than I originally thought they were going to be, for sure. Then we go down to, let's see, third down efficiency, 2 for 5, 3 for 6. The fourth down, beautiful play design to Taysom Hill on the fourth down run. I mean, you could see it too. Like, all the third and shorts, fourth and shorts, when Taysom was in the game, that's exactly what we were missing last week. That's what we were missing against the Eagles. We were missing the ability to pick up those tough third and ones, third and two, fourth and ones that Taysom was picking up. Obviously, if Taysom is out, that is a huge deal. It does not give me a ton of confidence for the Saints in the second half if Taysom is missing, because we've seen this offense just totally stall out without Taysom. Passing-wise, 70 yards passing. What do you have, 55 yards passing in the first half last week? Whether it's Carr or Kubiak or whatever, we need more through the air. I mean, it's 2024. Rushing, we are 5.2 yards per rush. Kamara's having a great game, averaging he has 55 yards on 9 carries. We're limiting their rushing attempts. They're trying to beat us much more through the air. Turnovers, we are obviously down 1 in the turnover battle because of Shaheed. Time of possession, we're winning that. The box score looks about right. Like, if you show me this box score, I would say, okay, yeah, probably a pretty close game. Maybe the Falcons are up because of the turnover discrepancy. But so the box score looks about right. So we need more. We need pressure, 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. We got to get some pressure on Cousins. Anytime Cousins has been under pressure, we've looked so much better defensively. Like, when he is under pressure at all, he's falling apart. So the more pressure on Cousins, not even more, just any at all. DA needs to dial up some blitzes. Yeah, I agreed. I think we have to look at what Kansas City did last game. Spagnuolo just kind of sent the heat at Cousins, totally shut them down. I think we need to do that in the second half. Allen has been really good, and you remember last year, Allen was really good at making those second half adjustments defensively. We saw that a lot, where teams would do really well in the first half, and then all of a sudden they wouldn't score in the second half. So I'm hoping Allen makes that adjustment at half. Here's the deal. Kubiak in the first half, I thought was fantastic. I thought Kubiak was really good when Taysom was in there. He cannot revert back to what we saw. He cannot revert back to what we saw last week, and he cannot revert back to what we saw at the end of the half with Taysom out. He's going to have to trust Carr. He's going to have to trust Carr. He's going to have to trust this team. He's going to have to run the offense as if Taysom was in there. I'm not saying force Adam Prentice to take 4th and 1 carries or whatever, but the creativity has to be there. We can't have a similar situation as last week. I'm going to read a little bit more in chat here. Like, Olave's got to get more involved. I like what I've seen from Kamara on the ground. But yeah, we need more Olave, need more creativity, and we can't keep making mistakes. The quick passes were working. Yeah, they were. Hopefully Taysom just getting some air. According to Kat, he was holding his chest as if he was in pain. I'm guessing this is related to the same injury. Yeah, he missed last week because of a chest injury. Taysom Hill's on the bench and going to the injury tent. He was clutching at his chest on the field and on the sideline. We still have not seen if he is officially ruled out or not. So hopefully Taysom is listening to some Rocky, listening to some Rocky soundtrack and getting fired up. The other receivers have to get open. I don't know. Where is Juwan Johnson? Juwan Johnson was on the sideline during that catch right there where he should have had it in bounds, and man's both feet was out of bounds. So Juwan Johnson has to wake up. It's 1:30 Central Standard Time. That's too late in the day to have to wake up. Can't believe we're handing this game away. Right now, right now we should be winning. I mean, it's never fun to be down 3 whenever you haven't given up an offensive touchdown. But we do need to silence, same thing as last game. The Eagles last week averaged 7 yards per play. Right now, the Falcons are averaging 6.5 yards per play. You can't win in the NFL giving up 6.5 to 7 yards per play. Okay, so the defense has to be better. I'll tell you that right now. That can't happen. The game is still open. Yeah, for sure. The game is still there. No doubt about it. The game is still, look, it's a 3-point game. Okay, 3-point game. We have to get some more pressure on Kirk, no doubt. Any kind of pressure at all. I think Allen, like I said, last year was really good at the second half adjustments. We saw a ton of games last year where we were getting rolled in the first half. All of a sudden, They don't score at all in the second half. I'm hoping Allen makes the adjustment, sends heat, does what Spags did last week, and just says, you know what? If Kirk beats the blitz, Kirk beats the blitz. But trust your defensive backs on man coverage. I trust Lattimore. I trust Alontae Taylor. He's been fantastic. And then it is what it is. That's what I would do coming out of the half, and we'll see if he does it. I think play calling has been the biggest disappointment so far. I don't agree. I think Kubiak was fantastic in the first half. Besides when Taysom went out. When Taysom went out, you could see he kind of shelled up. But our first couple of drives was the Saints of the first 2 weeks. So that's where you start wondering, like, why is so much of what we do philosophically tied to Taysom? You know, like, I understand he's good, but I mean, you can't just take 70% of your playbook and throw it out when Taysom's out. Alontae's been huge. Yeah, Alontae's been really, really good. Let's see here. What's happening to the Eagles? A lot of injuries. Eagles are super banged up. Let's see. Ugly win for the Saints. I'll take it. Secondary bailing out this D line, no cap. Yeah, the D line has been non-existent for sure. The D line, I mean, you got to do something. Like the few plays that we have got pressure has been when we force the interception and when Kirk has been all over the place throwing the ball. I keep trying to see if we've got any update on Taysom. Let's see if Nicholas has an update. Nicholas says, I still don't see Taysom Hill. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, halftime is up. We are back to the game. We'll be posting our reaction after the game and all that stuff, so stay tuned to the channels. Thank you very much for everyone for popping in here. For halftime, who dat? We got to figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen. I will see y'all after the game. Check the channels for the recaps and all of that.